I think if my fan base had a motto, it would, or at least should be, ask and ye shall receive. I was asked, I don't know how recently it was, but I was asked at some point to do a team with Revenatus, who is this 5-star super epic, and I said, sure, I'll do it. So here we are. Revenantus is in that like group of super epics who was recently buffed. I mean, I say recently, it was within the last year, but recently buffed, giving them some new special move that's like 300 seconds, but does specific things. And this one is Fallen Angel, which deals critical damage if there is a Shadow Angel on the field. So there are very few Shadow Angels in the team. That's why it's called Fallen Angel, right? It's kind of, it makes sense. But there are very few Shadow Angels that exist in the game. One of them is Utopion. One of them is Muscatus. One of them is Revenatus himself. And there's the other one is Shiny Moji. And that's it as far as I can remember. So not a lot to work with. But of course, I put together this team using Mortilis to hopefully get a turn because Revenatus is like 38 speed. And then using a bunch of rescue and give turn monsters, including Shiny Utopion, to get some kills with Fallen Angel off the bat. And then I was using Lancerat and Muscatus because just in case the Utopian died, we would still have Muscatus to help give Revenantus the buff, but then also using Sir Lancerat so that Muscatus isn't totally worthless. And then, yeah, the rest of the team was like Yukihime, Firail, trying to salvage this crazy front line. But this was kind of a fun team. I like Revenantus enough, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. So we've got everybody Nico Curse, which means Muscatus is doing a pretty decent amount of damage. Dream of Snow, the Jaguardian, I can Nullifying Strike the XYZ, which is going to do a ton of damage because of the attack buff that Muscatus gets. I Icicle Prison the Hazuki, and then I just Guardian Demise Doomhoof, which does kill. Hazuki I'm not super worried about, so I Spirit a Spore because she already has Icicle Prison, right? So that Slayer Bakes, 300 seconds. Ush Oni can poison either the Yukihime, but of course it's not going to kill. I Frozen Requiem the Static Sphere, although I probably could have Mind Controlled or Nullifying Strike the Static Sphere so I didn't have to take the Explosion Revenge, which is going to kill Yukihime. I Void Maneater the Hazuki, even though she's on 400 seconds, just because at this point I'm sweeping through the team. Forgotten Gale the Obsidia, Nico Curse on the Terrazzo because I have the seconds. The Explosion Revenge goes off, which does kill Yukihime, and then Mojinator comes in and can purify the Jaguardian. But there are still three Nico Curses on the field, so I should be able to kill whoever I hit with this Nullifying Strike. It should kill. But I decided to go for the Mind Control instead just because I've never used Muscatus ever in a team and was like, why not use Mind Control while we're here? So I do that. I lose Sky Hera, but I'm able to Desperate Shield with Doomgoo before Penguinator's going to get a turn. I double Retribution the Penguinator for some reason, even though I was going to... Oh, I do it so I can charge Bloodthirst on Demule and kill the Heaven Maiden with Doomgoo. His first form Vixen Blade can only Bloodshed, doesn't have the buff, obviously, and Mojinator's not going to be doing much. So this match is done. We're just going to Spore Pierce so that we can kill her next. Lifeblight the Mojinator. It's going to bring in Emoji Craft, but there's nothing he can do from here. He just kills himself off to that Demule Revenge, and we kill the Feral Fencer for our first victory. Into the second match, up against Rayon. We've got another Garden Fairy team and another team where Mortilis doesn't line up. Tiger Lily, love to see it. Wish I had her. We all know how that went. Sunflower can do a dual Confidence Strike on the Mortilis and the Houdinoid, which does kill Mortilis, but Sunflower has to eat that revenge. I do a Swift Wall Breaker just to take the shield off Tiger Lily. I lose Houdinoid to the Assassinate, but it doesn't put Jawshank to hold ground, which is great. I heal and give turn to the Revenantus, and then hope it goes around to kill Tiger Lily, which it does. Rescue and give turn again, go for the Sakura, and hope it goes around. Oh no, I went for the Sunflower. I don't know why I did that. I think because my plan was like, I'm going to be doing a lot of kills with Revenantus. I don't want to be building up Bronze Shells in my team. He does an Assassinate again. I was looking at what I wanted to do if I wanted to push back the Tortogeist, knockback, or whatever. Ended up giving him a Straw Bobo, and the Snorkoid blocked it. The final Fallen Angel here against the Tortogeist, so he gets my Revenantus, but we got 3 kills there. His Infernocorn will do an Elem Accelerate. Strabobo can get a kill, actually, on the Jawshank, so now he can honor healing. With this Sir Lancerat, I just go for a Nico Curse. I try to take the shield off Infernocorn, which I then do with that Muscatus. And now I'm just building up Nico Curses, so Muscatus can do some pretty good damage here. Sakura can't really do anything. It's not like I have anybody to defuse. Infernocorn is really our only threat here, so he stealths. That Nico Curse kills now because there's enough counters on the field for it to be doing a decent amount of damage. Do I Whiskered Warseed here? I don't. I Nico Curse because I think this Nullifying Strike kills, which it does. It kills Infernocorn. And then I might give turn back to Muscatus. No, I do. And then Nico Curse the Revenatus, and then kill Lancerat with Straw Bubba, because now I can Whiskered Warseed to push everybody back, and a Nico Curse kills because of the attack buff, and now I think a Nullifying Strike will also kill Vamp Viper, but instead I decide to get myself a Carmilla. Unfortunately, that does kill the Lancerat with the Death Revenge, and then Vamp Viper can just kill Yukihime right off the bat. His Revenatus, though, can only do the Sleep All or the Twin Death Sentence. I remember using Revenatus way back in the day, obviously before he had Fallen Angel. It was just Ultra Blight, or it might have been Ultra Spite Duel. But I was like, oh my gosh, Twin Death Sentence. It's like a guaranteed kill. That's amazing. And I remember using that. And I think he was still stun immune back then, which was kind of crazy. There weren't a lot of super epics that had immunities, but this guy was. At this point, he's thinking of what he's going to do. Revenatus has solo Sleep All, so he could do that. He could also do the Death Sentence, could Bloodthirst the Rockoid, or skip and let Sakura get an Assassinate, or Vigor Diffuse, because she could kill Carmilla this way. But it looks like he might just disconnect and we'll call it a game. He had 5 monsters left. I had 8 with Fireal back there, my Doomgoo as well. So this one was probably in the bag. He could have killed Carmilla, but that was sort of the only thing he had going for him. So moving on to the final Revenatus battle, we are up against Kin, whatever that name is. We can Hellish Shriek right off the bat to kill his Albion, which is amazing. I hate Albion. We give turn back, kill the Persephia now. I can give turn back and maybe go for... Oh, I skip so that I kill the Rockoid so I don't have to worry about it getting blocked, because then I can give turn back again, kill the Die Faith, and then I can give turn back again and kill the Vixen Blade. So right off the bat, we got, 4 kills with Revenatus, and we're going to get a 5th. No, we're not. Dang. If that had been blocked by Houdinoid, we would have gotten a 5th and then maybe even more. But unfortunately, lost Revenatus to the Demule there at the end. So quite an interesting way to start off a battle. Kill his Albion, kill his Persephia, stop his Mythic momentum, and get a couple kills for myself. Make him like have to deal with this super epic monster. At this point, Godpaka could go for a triple Dream Hunt, but I don't think he wants to take the Mortilis Revenge. He's just kind of spamming Magical Wind. Spectre Fox is just taking the shield off Houdinoid, who I'm just going to keep on shielding until I get a turn with this Straw Bubba, who I can use to kill somebody, except he does decide to go for the triple Dream Hunt, which kills all 3 of them, including the Houdinoid, because the Explosion All Revenge killed him. That Bloodthirst did do enough because Jaw Shark already had a kill, so that brings Demule back to her first form. Majory could Magical Wind anybody, decides to Arcane Stun the Fireal, which is unfortunate. I'm looking at what I want to do here. I Nico Curse the Demule because I do want to kill that Demule. He kills his own Spectre Fox to my Demule. Now, he could kill Muscatus, I think, with a magical or a Noir spell, but I don't know if he's going to go for that because it might not kill. It does about like 3,000 damage. Oh, he goes for the Demule and it doesn't kill. I Nullifying Strike his Demule, so we don't have to worry about that happening, but he can Last Kiss mine or my Jawshank. He decides to go for the Demule. Better play. But now I have Bloodthirst, but instead of using it, I do the Rescue and Give turn so that Fireal's not way out of play, and I devolve his Majory. Now Skyhera can kill Fireal if he wants, or Muscatus, I guess. It's not a good idea to kill Jawshank because Dodgy can just Last Kiss. He does kill the Fireal. Dodgy again might do an Illusion Veil now at this point. He's got a lot of HP boosted monsters. Gives himself a Dodgy clone. I can Nullifying Strike Dodgy, but I think I want to save my Nico Curses for a little bit later because I can Void Maneater and kill Dodgy, or do a Flame Eater or Counterslash, or really do whatever with Arctic Claws. I decide to just pass some time with a Kinslayer against his god Paka. Now he does a sleep roulette, which luckily hits my Moscatus, who is sleep immune. So I do the nullifying strike on God Paka. Now I can Void Maneater the Vixian if I need to. I obviously don't want a Desperate Shield because Daji's just going to kill my Doomgoo immediately. So I do a Create Duplicate to pass some time. Daji does a Seduce, so now Skyhera is at 1 HP. I do need to kill somebody here because I know I'm going to lose him no matter what, no matter who hits him. I think I go for the Vixian. Yeah. And there's really no way I'm going to be able to stop his Daji from last kissing my next Doomgoo. He kills the Skyhera, and now he can kill the Doomgoo, but he is going to have to take that Deathgazer entrance, which means now I can Nullifying Strike Daji maybe? Or I could Mind Control his Doomgoo, Flame Eater the Daji, which I decide to do, give him 2 Arctic Clauses. Now I Desperate Shield, forcing him to have to Power Slash the Doomgoo. I don't know if that was the greatest play in the world, but because of this Lancerat, I could Whiskered Warseed, but I don't think that's worth it yet. I can't Spirit of Spore because the Gravity Field from Deathgazer. So I Nico Curse. I might Nico Curse, not Cyclophina, Skyhera. Interesting. Because all he can do is kill Moscatus or Arctic Claws, and I guess I wanted to bring in Yukihime. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But looking at the monsters for Cyclophina, he can Oddbreaker at this point. I had to look because I was like, what moves does she have? But I think I was counting because if I kill Doomgoo, then it's going to be... I don't know. I don't know why I didn't take the kill there. But I Whiskered Warseed now and then skip so that I can Fatal Sleep Cyclophina, and now I can start my Doomgoo going. So I think here I have to kill Majory. He's got 7 monsters left, by the way. I have 4. His Skyhera is sleeping, so I can't do anything crazy with Yukihime yet, just kind of doing some Frozen Requiems. I put one of his Arctic Claws to sleep, and then I think I go for a Spear of Despair on the other Arctic Claws. Because I know Doomgoo's going to have to hit Doomgoo, and the only way he can do that is with a Power Slash. So if I do a Nico Curse on the Moji, or a Spored Pierce even, what is that for? On Doomgoo, so that I can Pierce and kill him in case he does the shield. But obviously, like, he's going to be able to shield before Lancerat gets a turn. But it looks like he's just down to his last couple monsters because he has a Mojin Sass next in line. He's deciding what to do. He could clone, but he does kill my Doomgoo. I'm going to be able to kill his Mojignus, but I'm just passing a little bit of time here. And it's looking like he is not in a great spot, so I think that's going to wrap up this match, which is going to wrap up this video. This one was pretty close, but yeah, we won with Revenatus. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the Revenatus content. I had a blast with it. Fallen Angel's a cool move. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.